The last class we learned how to find the zeros of the polynomial and how to verify the relationship, correct? Then we doing one more question, the next type of the question, okay? Question is same, but the polynomial is different. So, what is the question? Find the zeros of the polynomial for u square plus 8u and verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficients, okay? Then as usual, how do we start? We start in p of u is equal to 4u square plus 8u. 4u square plus 8u. Okay, then what is the first steps? We equating this with equal to 0. This with equating this with 0. Then p of u is equal to 0. That is 4u square plus 8u is equal to 0. Correct. Then here we have only two terms and the symbol is separating by plus, not minus. Correct. It's not plus. It's a plus, not a minus. So this type of every factorization is not have the three terms. Okay. Then this type of only two term is separating by the symbol plus. Then first we check. I told you in the other case of verification, what is the first step? We check have any common factor for take out. Then we check here. Here we have any common factor to take out. Yes, we have a common factor. What is the common factor? The common factors are 4 and u. So we take the 4u in out. Okay. In 4u we take it out. Then what do you get from here? We get here u plus in 8u we take the 4u out. Then what is the remaining? 2 is equal to 0. Correct? നമ്മളെ ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് നോക്കുക നേരത്തെ ക്ലാസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കഴിഞ്ഞ ക്ലാസ് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്ത പോലെയല്ല എന്താണുള്ളത് നമുക്ക് രണ്ട് ടേം ആണുള്ളത് 4u സ്ക്വയർ പ്ലസ് 8u അല്ലേ പക്ഷേ രണ്ടാമത്തെ ടേമിനെ സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സിമ്പിൾ എന്തല്ല മൈനസ് അല്ല സോ ഈസ് നോട്ട് പോസിബിൾ ടു കൺവേർട്ട് ഇൻ ദ ഫോം ഓഫ് a സ്ക്വയർ മൈനസ് b സ്ക്വയർ then we check it we starting our idea of the factorization. What is the first idea to factorize? The first idea to you take a common, if you have any common factor we take the common factor in out അല്ലേ നമ്മുടെ ഫാക്ടറൈസേഷനിലെ ആദ്യത്തെ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ് നമുക്ക് കോമൺ ഫാക്ടർ ആയിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും കോമൺ ആയിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുക്കാനുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുക്കുക. Then here we have a common factor for 4u square and 8u. What is the common factor? The common factors are 4 and u. Then 4u we take it out. Then in 4u square we take 4u out. Then what is remaining? 4u out പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുത്താൽ പിന്നെ എന്താണ് ബാക്കി ഉണ്ടാവുക u plus 8u അല്ലേ 8u ന്ന് 8 ന്ന് 4 ഉം uം പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുത്താൽ പിന്നെ എന്താ ബാക്കി ഉണ്ടാവുക 2. Then what is the next steps? The next step here we have the two chance. What are the chance? Sometimes for u if we get the product is equal to 0 means sometimes for u is 0 or u plus 2 is equal to 0 okay for u into u plus 2 is equal to 0 means we have the two chance. What are they? For u is equal to 0 or u plus 2 is equal to 0. Then if for u is equal to 0 what is u? U is equal to 0 by 4. What is 0 by 4? 0 by 4 is 0 or u plus 2 is equal to 0 means what is u plus 2 u what is the value of u? U is equal to 0 minus 2. What is 0 minus 2? 0 minus 2 is equal to minus 2. Then we got the zeros. What are the zeros? The zeros are u is equal to 0 and u is equal to minus 2. Correct. Then what is next? Next we find the sum of zeros. Sum of 0. Then sum of 0 is equal to sum of zeros is equal to what are 0 plus minus 2. What is 0 plus minus 2? Minus 2. The next product of zeros. Product of zeros is equal to 0 into minus 2. 0 into minus 2 is equal to 0. Correct? Then what is next? Next minus b by a. What is minus b by a? Minus what is b value? B is the coefficient of x. Here is u. Then what is the coefficient of u? That one is 8. Then minus 8. B value is 8 by what is a value? A value is 4. Then minus 8 by 4 is equal to minus 2. The next c by a. Correct? C by a. C is a constant. Correct? C is a constant. Here what is the constant? Here we are not seeing any constant. That means the constant value is 0 അല്ലേ? 0 കോൺസ്റ്റന്റ് ഒന്നും കാണുന്നില്ല, variable ഇല്ലാത്ത ടേം ഒന്നും കാണുന്നില്ല. So the constant is equal to 0. 0 by 4. What is 0 by 4? 0 by 4 is 0. That is what we got to here. We got it. The sum of 0 is equal to minus b by a, and product of zeros is equal to c by a. Correct? Therefore, we concluding. Therefore, sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a. Product of zeros is equal to c by a. So we verified the relationship. Correct? Then the same idea what are we discussed in the last class, but what is the difference? Only the difference in the case of polynomial. What is the difference? Here we not have a constant value, we have only two terms. That one is square term and the term with variable. Correct? So it's not have a constant term. That time we take the common factor out, we do the method like this. Okay, that is only the difference. Clear? This one is possible to take. How to? You take the constant is 0 and by use the splitting middle term, then also is possible to do the works. Okay, then I think the easy one is like this. Clear? Next we are discussing the next type of the question. Okay, then what is the question? The question is like this: find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2. Clear? What is the question? The question asks to find the quadratic polynomial. Then what are given here? Here is given directly the sum of zeros and the product of zeros. Okay, just change the reverse of the first one. What is the first method? First is given the quadratic polynomial, then there we find the sum of zeros and product of zeros and verify the relations. Correct? But here the question is reverse. What is that? Is given directly the sum of zeros and the product of zeros. Then what is the question? Question asks to find the quadratic polynomial. Okay, then when it's very easy, then we have one equation directly to write the quadratic polynomial. What is that? The equation is like this: required polynomial is equal to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. What is that? Polynomial. That means the required polynomial is equal to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zero. Is an equation to find the quadratic polynomial is given the sum of zeros and the product of zeros. Clear? Then what is the question? The question is given: find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2. Then it's very clear. The first one, minus 3 is the sum and 2 is the product. Correct? So we write in next, sum of 0 is equal to minus 3. Product of zeros is equal to 2. Correct? Therefore, polynomial, the quadratic polynomial is equal to, what is our equation? Our equation is x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of 0. Then how to write? Then is equal to x square minus, what is sum of 0? Sum of 0 is minus 3. Then minus 3 into x plus product of 0. What is product of 0? 2. That is equal to x square. Then what is the change happen? Is plus. Correct? Plus 3x plus 2. So what is the quadratic polynomial? Or with quadratic polynomial, zeros sum are minus 3 and 2. The quadratic polynomial is x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, is given directly the sum of zeros and the product of 0. What is an equation to write the quadratic polynomial? The equation to write the quadratic polynomial is like this: polynomial is equal to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. Okay, it's an easy one, am I right? It's very direct. Then I think you got this idea. The next we doing one more question for writing the quadratic polynomial. Okay, then what is the question? The question is like this: find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of whose zeros are 1 by 4 and minus 1 respectively. Okay. Then here is also given directly what is that? The sum of zeros is 1 by 4 and the product of 0 is minus 1. Then what is the question? The question asks to write the quadratic polynomial. Okay. So how do we start? We started like this. First we write what are given. What are given? Sum of zeros is equal to 1 by 4. Product of zeros is equal to minus 1. Correct. Now we got it, the sum of zeros and the product of 0. What is next? Then we write the equation. What is the equation? The required polynomial is equal to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. What is that? Polynomial is equal to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros is equal to x square, correct? X square minus, okay? Then after we check what is the sum of 0. The sum of 0 is 1 by 4, is 1 by 4 into x plus what is product of 0? That one is minus 4 is equal to x square minus 1 by 4 x minus 1, correct? But the second term coefficient in the form of a fraction, correct? The form of a fraction. Most commonly we not say the coefficient of the variable in the form of a fraction. Okay, so to make the fraction as in the form of a proper number, means a whole number or an integer form, okay, then what we do? What is the fraction? What is the denominator of the fraction here? The denominator is 4. So to remove the denominator 4, we multiplying all the equation by 4. Okay, എന്താണ് മക്കളെ? ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ രണ്ടാമത്തെ ടേമിലായ x ന്റെ കോഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 1 by 4 ആണ്. Okay, then we know that in most commonly we not say the quadratic equation any variable coefficient in the form of a fraction. അല്ലേ, നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല, നമ്മൾ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാറില്ല അധികവും. എന്താണ്, ഒരു ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ ഒരു വാരിയബിളിന്റെയും കോഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് നമ്മൾ എന്തായിട്ട് പറയാറില്ല, ഫ്രാക്ഷൻ ഫോമിൽ നമ്മൾ അധികം പറയാറില്ല. Then all we check all the cases we get only for the whole numbers, correct? Whole numbers or integers, not whole numbers, integers, correct? Then here to convert the fraction 1 by 4 in the form of an integer, what we do? We check what is the denominator of that fraction. What is the denominator? That one is 4. So to make the 4 in the form of to convert the 1 by 4 in the form of an integer, we multiply this all equation, that means all the term, by the denominator 4. എന്താണ് ഇവിടത്തെ നമ്മൾ ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ 4 1 by 4 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഫ്രാക്ഷനെ ഒരു പ്രോപ്പർ ഇൻറ്റിജർ ആക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്? നമ്മൾ നോക്കുക, അവിടെ വരുന്ന ഫ്രാക്ഷനിലെ ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ ഏതാണ്? ആ ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ കൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ഈ മൊത്തം ടേമിനെയും എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ആ പോളിനോമിയലിനെ മൊത്തത്തിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക? മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുക. So here we multiply the polynomial x square minus 1 by 4 x minus 1 by 4. So what is the next steps? The next step is equal to 4 into x square minus 1 by 4 into x minus 1. Okay, then what is next? We expand the bracket. Then what do you get? Is equal to 4x square minus 4 into 1 by 4x minus 4. Okay, we multiply all by 4. Then what do you get? 4x square, there is no change, 4x square. Then 4 and 4 cancel. What do we get? Minus x minus 4 is an equation. To get, is a quadratic polynomial to get the sum of 0 is equal to 1 by 4 and product of 0 is equal to minus 1. Okay, 4x square minus x minus 4. Then I think you got it the idea. What is the only the changes? If we get a fraction anywhere, then we check what is the denominator. Then we find out the denominator. Then what is the next? We multiply the whole polynomial by that denominator. Then all the coefficient will change as in the form of an integer. It's clear? Next we are doing the one more question. What is that? Find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of whose zeros are minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 respectively. The same idea. What is that? Here is given the sum of zeros and the product of 0. Then how do we start? Sum of 0 is equal to sum of zeros is equal to minus 1 by 4. Product of zeros is equal to 1 by 4. Correct? Then what is next? Next we write the equation for to write a quadratic polynomial. Correct? Then what is an equation? Polynomial is equal to what is an equation? X square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros is equal to x square minus, what is sum of zeros? Sum of zeros is minus 1 by 4. Then minus 1 by 4x plus, what is product of 0? That one is 1 by 4. Then x square plus 1 by 4x plus 1 by 4. Correct? Then now it's very clear we have the two fractions. Correct? The one is the coefficient of x and other one is a constant 1 by 4. So we need to convert everything as in the form of a proper integer. Then what we do? The two fraction denominators are same. That is okay. So it's no doubt to multiply the whole terms by the denominator 4. Both are same, so no confusion. Here what happened? The next step, we need to multiply all the term of this polynomial by 4. Then what is next? Is equal to 4 into x square plus 1 by 4 into x plus 1 by 4. നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെയുള്ള രണ്ട് ഫ്രാക്ഷന്റെയും ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ സെയിം ആയതുകൊണ്ട് പിന്നെ അവിടെ കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഒന്നുമില്ല. എന്താണ്, നമ്മൾ ഇതിന്റെ ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ കളയാൻ വേണ്ടി എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക? മൊത്തം ടേമിനെയും 4 കൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുക. Then what is next? Expand the bracket is equal to 4 into x square 4x square plus 4 into 1 by 4x plus 4 into 1 by 4 is equal to 4x square. Then we cancel 4. Then what do you get? 1 into x means x plus 4 and 4 cancel. What do you get? 1. So the quadratic polynomial is 4x square plus x plus 1. Okay? എന്താണ് ചെയ്തത്? നമുക്കിവിടെ രണ്ട് ഫ്രാക്ഷൻ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. രണ്ട് ഫ്രാക്ഷന്റെയും ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ സെയിം ആയതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ആ മൊത്തം ഇക്വേഷനെയും മൊത്തം പോളിനോമിയലിനെയും മൊത്തം ടേമിനെയും നമ്മൾ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു? ആ ഡിനോമിനേറ്റർ കൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു. So we got the last, what is the quadratic polynomial? 4x square plus x plus 1. Okay? Here we are doing one more question, the same idea. What is that? Here is given, find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of whose zeros are 21 by 8 and 5 by 16 respectively. Okay, the same idea. Here also we need to write the quadratic polynomial. What are the sum? The sum of zeros is equal to 21 by 8 and product of zeros is equal to 5 by 16. Okay, then what is next? Next we are writing the polynomial. What is the equation? Polynomial is equal to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. So we substituting the values. X square minus 21 by 8, that is sum, 21 by 8 into x plus product of 0, what is that? 5 by 16 is equal to, then what is next? Here we got the two fractions, correct? Two fractions. First one is the coefficient of x and second one is a constant. Then in the first problem, what you got it? We got it there also the two fractions, but the denominators are equal. But here, what is that? The denominators are different. Correct? So, if you got it like this, the denominators are different, then you just find out which one is the bigger. Then to multiply all the polynomials, that means all the term of this polynomial by the bigger number, the bigger denominator. Okay? എന്താണ് നമുക്ക് രണ്ട് ഫ്രാക്ഷൻ കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട് മക്കളെ. ആ രണ്ട് ഫ്രാക്ഷനിൽ രണ്ട് ഡിനോമിനേറ്ററും വ്യത്യസ്തമാണെങ്കിൽ, രണ്ടും വേറെ വേറെ ആണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ആ ഇക്വേഷൻ ആ പോളിനോമിയലിനെ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് ഏതുകൊണ്ടാണ്? ആ ഡിനോമിനേറ്ററിൽ ഏത് നമ്പറാണോ വലുത് ആ വലിയ നമ്പർ കൊണ്ടാണ് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. സോ ഹിയർ വി നീഡ് ടു മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ദിസ് പോളിനോമിയൽ ബൈ 16 because 16 is the bigger one. So what is next? Is equal to 16 into x square minus 21 by 8 into x plus 5 by 16 is equal to 16x square minus 16 into 21 by 8 into x plus 16 into 5 by 16. Here is possible to reduce 8 and 16. How many times? 2 times. Correct? Then is equal to 16x square minus 2 into 21. 2 into 21 is 42. 42x plus we cancel 16 and 16. What is remaining? 5. So the quadratic polynomial is 16x square minus 42x plus 5. Then now I think you got it, the idea how to write a quadratic polynomial if you got the sum of zeros and the product of zeros. Okay, for writing the quadratic polynomial, what is an equation we use? We use the equation the required polynomial is equal to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. Okay, the idea is clear, am I right?